Hello everyone, my name is Rain, and today we're going to be taking a look on, well, I'm going to be giving you my thoughts and feelings on Wuthering Waves, so let's get started. So immediately off the bat, people are going to be asking, am I going to play this game day one and record it? Yeah, I know, I'm going to, because I did it for Honkai Star Rail, and I might as well do it for another game that I have been following with a close eye. So, how would I'm going to be dividing this video into, like, I haven't played the closed beta myself. I got extremely unlucky twice. Like, seriously, I got extremely unlucky twice. The first closed beta, I just genuinely do not understand how to get into it. And the second closed beta, obviously, decided to screw me over. So, and I did not win any giveaway keys. Like, I did not receive any keys to get into the second closed beta via giveaway. So, yeah, I'm gonna be mostly basing off of other people's experiences. And besides, tomorrow is literally a live stream for more stuff on Wuthering Waves, which honestly I'm most certainly excited for. So yeah, I'm gonna be dividing this video. I'm gonna be putting this video into a few categories, that being combat, story, and exploration. Actually, wait, no, 4. That being the first three I mentioned, but the 4th being characters. So, let's get into the real meat and bones of this video. Let's first start off with combat, because that's probably the one thing that I have the most expectation for, like probably my highest that I have for this game. Because if you don't know, Wuthering Waves is being public. I can't speak. I'll say Kuro Games is developing Wuthering Waves, the same people behind Punishing Grey Raven. And if you don't know Punishing Grey Raven, its combat is pretty hectic and fast. Which, honestly, I like in seeing that some of Punishing Grey Raven can still be found in Wuthering Waves. Like, the amount of difficult content that it has, its good combat mechanics, like, practically. Like, sure, there might have been some changes, mainly combat systems and stuff. But the amount of difficult content in the game is still there. So yeah, I'd say, probably basing off of other people's experiences, the combat in the game is extremely good. So, I don't have to worry about that, but still, my expectations on how I like the combat are still really high. Next thing we're going to be talking about is characters. I'm also going to be basically putting a 2-for-1 in this, being both characters and gacha. Let's start off with gacha. Obviously, the gacha system in Wuthering Waves is a lot more different than Punishing Grey Raven, and I would say it's a lot less forgiving. Because Wuthering Waves does, oh hey, we have 50-50s now, not, the standard, and not, like the 100% guaranteed new character after a certain amount of pulls, like Punishing Grey Raven had. I think Punishing Grey Raven has one of the most forgiving gacha systems in the entire gacha market, from my own experiences. Like, it has probably one of the most forgiving gacha systems that I know of. So it kind of feels like a downgrade for Wuthering Waves to now be using 50-50s, but then again, it's just somewhat of a standard. But its weapon banner is a little interesting. Because instead of, doing the same thing with any other weapon banner, it's actually going to be, after setting map pulls, the weapon's basically 100% guaranteed, which is already a plus for can't speak. It is already a +1 in my book. Like it is an absolute win in my book. Like seriously, the amount of times that people would just lose on a weapon banner to get the weapon that you don't want is insane. Also for the fact that the novice character, I don't really have to say too much. Let's get into characters now, because I've been talking too much about the gacha at this point. The character designs just look absolutely fantastic. And all I gotta say, and I'm pretty sure some people will probably get mad at me for this, I also hate Farina. I know a few people that just do not like Farina. Like, if you, sure, Farina's design looks nice now. If you look at her technical test design, it looked absolutely atrocious. Like, no one liked it. Thank God it is shit. Thank God it looks nothing like it. Thank God her new design does not. Honestly, the character designs look really cool. Seriously, I think probably my favorite characters in Wuthering Waves, I'd say would be Calcaro, aka Kakarot, for anyone actually curious. Anyone that actually cares. Jiyoung, Yinlin, and I think the new character that was just announced. I think it was Shangling. So yeah. Oh boy. What else? You can tell this is not scripted. Everything's coming off. Everything is just me saying random bullshit. So yeah, no, this is not scripted in any way, shape or form. So, yeah, but yeah, no, Calcaro / Kakarot, Jiyoung, Yinlin, and I don't know how to. Also, Scar. Scar is based. Honestly, I like Scar's design. He's practically the Roland of this game. And Roland is a character from Punishing Gray Raven. So, yeah. Next up we have is Exploration. I don't know why I paused on that. So yeah, Exploration is obviously going to be a massive factor, being that this is an open world action RPG. So yeah, there is going to be a lot of exploring to do. And honestly, from all the footage that we've seen, and from both trailers and all the stuff that we have from CBT2, the world just looks really good. And honestly, traversal also looks really nice. Hey, we can wall run. Genshin can never. Yes, I said the G word. I said the G word that honestly no one would like to mention unless they're in that community. And let me tell you, actually, wait, no, if I probably say that, I feel like a lot of Genshin stands would come after me. Anyway, but yeah, no, I'd say possibly the exploration will most certainly be a part of the game. I've heard that the map is going to be extremely big compared to what we've seen. It's going to be a little more, it's going to be a bit bigger from in official launch, which honestly is already a plus for me. Oh hey, we have more shit to do. I don't hey, I don't care. Here, so yeah, I take those. Okay, I just completely forgot to mention Echoes. So yeah, I'd say the Echoes, it's basically just gonna be oh hey, your normal relics in Genshin, Honkai Star Rail. Yeah, the fact that they're actually going the extra mile to include shiny variant, the fact that there's gonna be actual shinies, you might as well confuse this game for Pokemon. Do I care? No. Am I going to be Am I going to be quote unquote shiny hunting them? Absolutely. I'm going for a shiny crownless. That's within the first week. Like seriously, I'm going to be trying to go after a shiny crownless in the first week. And no one's going to stop me from doing it. I swear I will grind crownless out until I get a shiny version. A quote unquote shiny crownless. I think finally, to end this video off before I give my thoughts and feelings, and also saying something that might honestly just be like, are you fucking nuts? But back on topic, let's discuss story. From what I've heard, the story in this game is actually really good. People had a lot of complaint, but of course there was some complaints about CBT2, being that the story was, like the first 2 hours of the story from what I've heard during CBT2 was at an absolute snail's pace. And after those 2 hours, 2.5, maybe 3, the story actually picks up speed and just goes into overdrive. And honestly, it becomes really good afterwards. Like the first 2 hours might feel like the first 2 hours from CBT2, from what I've heard, is an absolute slog. And from the developers' message that they released, literally days after the CBT2, they say, oh yeah, no, we're going to fix that. We're going to make it more engaging and all that. Like, just make it better. Which, honestly, is an automatic plus. So yeah, but honestly, I wonder on how the story is going to go. So, like, I wonder how good the story is going to be, and I'm most certainly excited for it when the game launches on the 22nd, and at latest, the 23rd. So what would I say, what are my current thoughts on Wuthering Waves? I'd say I most certainly am really hyped for this game. Like, I think the last game that I've actually gotten hyped about, I'd say, I think it was a game that recently got a technical test. I can't remember the name of it. Like, it got a technical test recently. I wasn't in it. Otherwise, you would have saw like 10,000 different videos. But I'm most certainly hyped. And I will most certainly say that this game would most likely succeed. And honestly, I can't wait for the game to release on the 22nd. Now, I think probably during the Echo, actually before we started the story segment of the video, I'd said something that I was just gonna like, why the fuck? Like seriously, like we've seen this in Genshin, we've seen this in Honkai Star Rail. I literally said it in the community post, but for a different game. And I've said it in people's streams before, saying that I'm going to go the masochist route of, well, one, I'm going to be free to play, which is honestly an entire video, like literally I could have an entire dedicated video for free to play. Like, why would I be free to play? But I'm going to go the extra mile and going to go gacha-less. Yes, you heard me, gacha-less. That means I'm not going to summon on a single banner unless I'm forced to. Which, I don't think there is. I don't think you're forced to. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, no, I'm going to go gacha-less. That means I cannot summon a single time on a single banner unless I'm forced to. Other than that, I'm not touching any gacha. But I'm doing that on a different account, not my main one. That's going to be for whatever the hell am I going to do. So yeah, no, I'm going to go gacha-less, which might sound insane, and that's because it is, but in reality, it really isn't. Like, you can clear content in the game just fine in gacha-less, unless it truly becomes a pain in the ass. Like, it's more or less it's not because it's impossible, it's more or less the commitment. Like, it is a true test of endurance. Not, like, I'd say some people find gacha-less intimidating, and you're right, it most certainly is. But it's more or less a test of endurance, to see how far you can go before you break. And honestly, I'm most certainly taking that challenge head on. I think possibly people will most likely do videos on, oh hey, I'm going to go gotcha-less on Wuthering Waves, but newsflash, I'm going to be the first one to do it. So anyway, that's it for this video. Like and subscribe, or otherwise, I swear to God, I will show up to your house and we'll use his ultimate on you. So anyway, like and subscribe. Otherwise, this is Frank signing off.